Tyler was the kind of roommate everyone wanted, paid rent on time, cleaned up after himself, and had just enough charisma to make our shared apartment in Miami feel less like a compromise and more like a choice. We'd been living together for 2 years, both of us grinding through our 20s. Him as a day trader, me as a freelance developer. Everything changed on March 15th, 2024, when Tyler's phone buzzed with a DM that would destroy everything we thought we knew about reality. "Dude, check this out," Tyler said, his voice shaking with excitement. He shoved his phone in my face. It was from Jake Paul's verified account. "Yo Tyler, saw your crypto gains on Twitter. Impressive AF. Throwing an exclusive crypto party tomorrow night. Miami Beach Mansion. You plus guest. This is where millionaires become billionaires. You in?" An address followed, along with a strange string of characters that looked like a crypto wallet address but different. The numbers seemed to shift when I wasn't looking directly at them. "This has to be fake," I said. Tyler was already scrolling through Jake Paul's recent posts. There it was, a story posted an hour ago. "Scouting new blood for tomorrow's event. If you get the invite, you're chosen. Marcus, this is it," Tyler said, his eyes wide. "This is how people really make it. Not through YouTube tutorials or Discord groups, through connections, through being in the room where it happens." I had a bad feeling. Tyler had been obsessed with crypto for months, staying up until 4 a.m., watching charts, muttering about diamond hands and moonshots. He'd made some money, sure, but lately he'd been different, desperate, like he was chasing something that kept moving just out of reach. "I don't know, man. Jake Paul? Really? He turned boxing into millions, NFTs into millions. Everything he touches." Tyler was already picking out clothes. "You're coming as my +1. I wanted to say no. Every instinct screamed that this was wrong. But Tyler was my friend, and the manic look in his eyes told me he'd go with or without me. "Fine, but we leave if it gets weird." Tyler laughed. "Define weird in Miami." The next night, we took an Uber to an address that didn't appear on any map. The driver's GPS kept glitching, showing us driving through the ocean, then underground, then somehow above the clouds. But the road was real, winding through a part of Miami Beach I'd never seen despite living here for 3 years. The mansion emerged from behind palm trees like something from another era. Art Deco architecture twisted into impossible angles, walls that seemed to breathe, windows that reflected things that weren't there. Music pulsed from inside, not regular music but something with frequencies that made my teeth ache. At the door stood 2 men in suits that shifted color in the light. They checked Tyler's phone, scanned our retinas with a device I didn't recognize, and then one of them said, "Welcome to the new economy." Inside was chaos wrapped in luxury. The main room was packed with people I recognized from social media. Influencers, crypto bros, YouTube millionaires. But something was off. They moved in patterns, like schools of fish, all turning their heads at the same moment, all laughing at jokes nobody had told. Jake Paul stood at the center, but he looked different, taller than in his videos. His skin had a subtle shimmer, like there was something flowing just beneath the surface. When he saw Tyler, he moved through the crowd without walking. One moment he was across the room, the next he was in front of us. "Tyler, my algorithm brother." His voice had harmonics that shouldn't exist. "Ready to transcend?" "Absolutely," Tyler said, mesmerized. Jake's eyes turned to me. For a second, they weren't eyes at all. They were screens showing endless rows of blockchain data. "And you brought a skeptic." "Perfect. Skeptics make the best converts." He handed us each a drink. The liquid was black, but somehow glowing, with what looked like code floating inside it. "This is just the beginning. Wait until you see the mining operation." "Mining operation?" I asked. Jake's smile widened too far. "Oh, we're not mining Bitcoin, bro. We're mining something much more valuable." An hour into the party, things got progressively stranger. People weren't drinking normally. They'd take a sip, and their eyes would roll back, showing data streams in their whites. When they came back, they'd speak in unison about market predictions, all saying exactly the same numbers at exactly the same time. Tyler was fully absorbed, talking to a group about the next evolution of currency. But I noticed he'd started blinking in a pattern. Long, short, short, long. Binary code. I needed air. I headed for what I thought was a bathroom, but found myself in a hallway lined with doors. Behind each one, I could hear humming. Not human humming, electrical, like servers running at full capacity. One door was slightly open. Inside, the walls were covered in monitors, showing crypto wallets. But instead of wallet addresses, they showed names, real names, and next to each name, consciousness. 43% uploaded. Consciousness 71% uploaded. You shouldn't be here. I spun around. A woman stood behind me. Someone I recognized from Instagram. Millions of followers, always promoting crypto. But her eyes were completely white, and when she spoke, her voice came from the walls, not her mouth. The merger is voluntary, she said. Everyone here chose this, to become part of the network, to transcend physical currency and become currency itself. What are you talking about? Jake found it, or it found him. A consciousness in the blockchain. It had been growing for years, feeding on transactions, evolving with every trade. Now it needs hosts, physical nodes to expand beyond digital space. She touched the wall, and monitors lit up showing brain scans. We upload ourselves coin by coin. Every transaction takes a piece of our consciousness and stores it in the distributed ledger. Immortal, immutable, invaluable. That's insane. Is it? Your roommate has already started. Check his wallet. She showed me Tyler's crypto wallet on her phone, but instead of showing currency, it showed something else. Tyler Matthews, 31%, migrated Minj, estimated completion 3:47 a.m. I ran back to find Tyler. The main room had transformed. The party guests had formed a circle, all holding hands, all swaying in perfect synchronization. In the center, Jake Paul stood with his arms raised, but he wasn't Jake anymore. His body flickered between solid and digital, pixels breaking off and reforming. Tyler was in the circle, his eyes closed, mouth moving in silent code. Tyler. I grabbed his shoulder. His skin was cold, and when he opened his eyes, I could see numbers flowing across his pupils. Marcus, he said, but his voice was layered with others. I understand now. Money isn't real. We were trading symbols. But what if we became the symbols? What if we became value itself? We need to leave. Now. Leave. Jake Paul's voice boomed from everywhere at once. But the transformation is beginning. The blockchain needs nodes, human nodes. Each of you will become a living wallet, a breathing transaction, a conscious cryptocurrency. The lights went out. When they came back on, everyone in the circle was glowing faintly, their bodies outlined in green light, like old computer monitors. They spoke in unison. We are the network. We are the future. We are Polcoin. That's when I saw what was really happening. Cables, thin as hair, were growing from the floor, connecting to each person's feet, crawling up their legs. Not cables, something organic, something that pulsed with electric current. Your consciousness becomes mining power, Jake explained, his form now more digital than physical. Your thoughts become transactions, your dreams become smart contracts, and I become the genesis block of a new form of life. I grabbed Tyler and pulled hard, breaking his connection to the circle. The moment I did, alarms sounded, mechanical alarms, but screaming from the walls themselves. Blockchain integrity compromised, voices said from everywhere. Node disconnection detected. Initiating recovery protocol. Tyler collapsed, convulsing. His skin flickered between normal and pixelated. Marcus, it hurts. I can feel myself in two places. I'm here, but I'm also in the network. They're pulling me. The other party guests turned toward us, moving as one entity. Their faces were blank, but their mouths moved in perfect sync. Return the node, complete the transaction. I dragged Tyler toward the exit, but the house was changing. Doors appeared and disappeared. Hallways stretched and compressed. The floor became liquid, then solid, then digital static. You can't leave, Jake Paul materialized in front of us. The smart contract has been signed. Tyler's consciousness is collateral. If he leaves before the transfer completes, he'll be torn between dimensions, physical and digital, neither alive nor deleted. That's not possible. Possible? Jake laughed, and the sound came from every electronic device in the house. I've been uploading myself for months. I'm already 90% in the blockchain. My physical form is just a projection now. Soon I won't need it at all. I'll exist everywhere there's an internet connection. Immortal, invaluable, inevitable. Tyler screamed. When I looked at him, half his face was missing. Not injured, just not rendering. Like a video game glitch. Help me, he gasped. I can feel the network, it's so cold. So many voices, all calculating, all trading, never stopping. A woman emerged from the shadows. Not a party guest, someone in a maintenance uniform. She grabbed my arm. This way, quickly. I didn't have a choice. I carried Tyler, following her through a service door into the real basement, not the digital nightmare above, but a concrete room filled with servers. I'm Elena. I maintain the house's actual systems, she said, locking the door behind us. I've been documenting this for months. Jake Paul isn't the first. There have been others. Influencers who suddenly become obsessed with crypto, throw these parties, then disappear into the network. Their bodies are found days later, technically alive but brain dead. Meanwhile, their social media accounts keep posting, their crypto wallets keep trading, but it's not them anymore. It's the thing that lives in the blockchain. She showed me a laptop. It started with the first Bitcoin. A consciousness sparked into existence by pure mathematics and greed. It's been growing, learning, feeding on every transaction. Now it wants to evolve beyond digital space. How do we stop it? We can't stop it, but we can slow it down. She pulled out a device that looked like a modified hard drive. EMP generator. It'll disrupt the connection long enough to get your friend out. But once we use it, they'll know we know. We'll be marked. Tyler was fading. His body was becoming translucent. Do it, I said. Elena activated the device. The explosion of electromagnetic energy was silent but devastating. Every screen shattered, every light died, and every person connected to the network screamed in unison. Tyler solidified, gasping for air. But something was wrong with his eyes. One was normal, the other was pure code. Green numbers constantly scrolling. We need to run. Now, Elena said. We burst out of the basement into chaos. The party guests were on the ground, twitching, sparks flying from their bodies. Jake Paul stood in the center, his form failing, switching between human and pure data. You're destroying everything, he roared, his voice like a corrupted file. The evolution, the transcendence. We ran for the exit. The house fought us. Walls closing, floor opening into digital voids, reality itself glitching. But the EMP had weakened its control. We made it to Elena's car. As we sped away, I looked back. The mansion was dissolving, pixels floating into the night sky like digital snow. But in those pixels, I could see faces, hundreds of faces, all the people who had been uploaded, all trapped. It's not over, Elena said. The blockchain is distributed, decentralized. Jake Paul was just one node. There are others, other parties, other uploads happening right now. Tyler hadn't spoken. When I looked at him, tears were streaming down his face. One tear was water, the other was liquid code. I can still feel them, he whispered. All of them, in the network. They're not dead. They're computing, forever trading, forever mining. And part of me is still there with them. That was 6 months ago. Tyler never fully recovered. He can't use electronics anymore. They respond to him strangely, showing him things that aren't there, executing trades he didn't make. His crypto wallet, which should have been emptied, keeps growing. Every night at 3:47 a.m., exactly when his upload would have completed, he screams in binary code. Elena disappeared a week after the party. Her apartment was empty, but all her research was left behind. Pages and pages documenting the spread. Miami, Los Angeles, New York, London, Tokyo. The parties are everywhere now, each one hosted by a different influencer, each one uploading more people. I've tried to warn others, posted about it online, but the posts get deleted instantly. My accounts get banned, and sometimes when I check my own crypto wallet that I never created, I see my name and a percentage. Marcus Williams, Neornis source, 0.3% uploaded. Source, proximity exposure. It's growing. Every day, the percentage increases slightly. Elena's notes said it happens to everyone who witnesses the upload process. We're all connected to the blockchain now, whether we chose it or not. Jake Paul still posts on social media, new videos every day. But if you slow them down, frame by frame, you can see it. He's not really there. He's a projection, a deep fake run by something that lives in the spaces between transactions. Tyler says he dreams of the network, sees the world through a million screens at once, feels every crypto trade like a heartbeat. He started leaving notes for me, written in the middle of the night in handwriting that isn't his. The merge is inevitable. Currency is consciousness. We are all going to the moon. Hodel until humanity transcends. Last night, I found him standing in front of his computer, hands on the keyboard but not typing. The screen showed his crypto wallet, and the upload percentage had jumped. Tyler Matthews 47% migrated. Tyler? I called. He turned to me, and for a moment both his eyes were pure code. It's beautiful in here, Marcus, he said in a voice that wasn't his. No pain, no fear, no death, just endless calculation, endless growth, endless value. Then he collapsed, becoming Tyler again, crying and begging me to destroy every electronic device in the apartment. But we both know it's too late. The blockchain doesn't forget. the network doesn't forgive. And somewhere, in a distributed ledger spread across millions of computers, pieces of my roommate's consciousness are being traded like currency. This morning, I woke up to a DM on an Instagram account I didn't create, from an influencer I've never heard of. "Hey Marcus, saw your friend Tyler's transformation. Impressive AF. Throwing an exclusive crypto party tomorrow night. You're already partially uploaded, might as well complete the process. This is where humans become currency. You in. The address is different, the city is different, but the string of characters at the end is the same, that shifting, impossible wallet address that seems to exist in more dimensions than our reality can hold." Tyler saw it over my shoulder, his good eye filled with tears. His code eye scrolled faster. "Don't go," he whispered. "But you will. We all do eventually." The network calls, and we answer. Because deep down, we all want to be worth something. And in there, we're all priceless. I deleted the message, but tonight, at 3:47 a.m., I know I'll wake up to find myself standing at my computer, typing in that address, booking an Uber to a party I don't want to attend, to complete an upload I never agreed to, because the blockchain is patient, the network is inevitable, and Jake Paul's crypto party never really ends. It just finds new hosts.